going on, people? So, little different video. Hope y'all are doing well, staying warm, staying safe. And I hope you guys started this New Year off with a bang, doing some good stuff. Had to run out to drop off something or return something real quick, and I thought I'd come on here and kind of chat it up with you guys real quick. It's about some of the things I've been thinking about in kind of direction that I'm gonna be shifting to. I did some things, man, to kind of set myself up for, you know, new direction in 21. 21, although crazy with all this ice on the road, crazy with all this coronavirus and all the craziness that's happening around the country, but still had a pretty good year, man. I mean, I really can't complain. I learned a lot of stuff, taught myself some things, taught myself to do some things I haven't done before, and just trying to get smarter, you know, as opposed to sitting here wondering about all how crazy things are. What can I do for myself to improve my situation? Man, this dude was a lot of trees. Alright, so one of the things, man, that I decided that I'm gonna, you know, go a little bit stronger in this year. Let me just go back because I started. I watched this video, and it was all about. I stumbled upon. Well, it kind of came to me. I don't know if I hide. Things happen for a reason. You know, it ended up in my feed. I don't know if it was because I've already been. I don't know if I said something. You know, these devices listen. But anyway. It was about the $1 million cup of coffee, right? And what I end up doing, man, watching that video and understanding what the gentleman was talking about, you know, he was talking about growing wealth. And a few things that I've, you know, vowed to get myself kind of running with this year was actually get my real estate stuff off the ground. I have some other business stuff that I'm exploring as well. Go a little bit harder and adding business behind the YouTube thing. Although this is fun, if you're not treating it like a business, you'll find yourself, especially car guys, where your expenses exceeds your capabilities sometimes, especially when you're not monetized. So, you know, if you treat it like a business, you'll find ways to treat these cars and the things that we put into them like assets as opposed to liabilities. What I mean by that, you're able to, because of your car, you're treating your car like a business. It's a brand. It's what you're using to, and in some cases, make money, or in preference to making money, i.e. being monetized versus getting to a point of being monetized. It's an opportunity to write off the things that you invest, or the things that you put into your car, parts, trips, you name it, you know, gas. You save all your receipts, because then your car becomes your brand and you get to write off those expenses, repairs, maintenance, anything that will hinder the ability to make money or can increase your probability of making money. Those things can be written off. So in addition to that, my goal is to I wanted to invest more. I mean, you know, I'm sure we all probably do, like, have a 401k or mutual funds or IRAs and things like that. Some of those things exist in my portfolio. However, I need to expand and go a little bit deeper. In that video that I watched, and I'll put his information in here, the key with that, man, the part about his video that was just so dope for me is, you know, although, you know, I'm working from home, I'm not leaving the house, when I was going to work, generally I bought me a cup of coffee, you know, and just for the price of that cup of coffee, man, he shows you how to acquire or set yourself up to become a millionaire over a 20-year time. Now, his foundation is behind $5 a day. Now, for those of you who can afford that $5. As a matter of fact, let me not even say those of you can't afford. Most of us can afford $5 a day. And if you can't afford $5 a day, he even promotes a way on how you can get that $5 a day or make that extra money on the side through a side hustle. He makes it really, really simple to the point where, anyone can do this. Where I grew up, this wasn't the types of conversations that you had. The people that were doing bigger things were those who actually went out and got education, got jobs, and moved themselves away from some of the poverty that we were living in so that they can have more for their family, better opportunities, and so on and so forth. Those who remain in the hood, most of them focused on street hustling and things like that. You can't live like that, not for long periods of time. You can't sustain a normal lifestyle, but that's not what we talk about. It's about growing wealth and generational wealth. So I got 3 guys that I hang out with, man. We all came from the same hood, same elementary school. We've been jam tight since 3rd grade, right? And I've challenged them to come along this journey with me. And it's not just for us. So the plan here is to jump into this game, learn what we need to learn, and be obedient to what the Bible teaches us about creating generational wealth for our children and our children's children. Now, I believe that generational wealth doesn't necessarily have to be a monetary thing. It doesn't have to be monetary. Generation wealth can be how to teach our kids to sustain a certain level of wealth, to acquire, to build, and sustain wealth. It's part of it as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be us creating a bag that we give to those kids. What if we teach them how to create their own bag, and then teach them how to teach their own kids how to create that bag, and so on and so forth, right? So that's the plan when I'm doing it. I implore anyone who's looking to have more than what you had last year and beyond to go and check that video out. I highly, highly recommend it. I'm gonna put a link to the video in my bio at the bottom, so you got in the comments at the bottom, so you can check it out. And give me your thoughts, man. I think it's a great plan. I think it's a phenomenal idea. Anyone that wants more than what they had last year should watch that video. And especially if you're interested in growing wealth beyond just a savings account. It's not about just creating savings account. It's about creating generational wealth that carry over for beyond. Look, I don't want to be one of those cats that have to work past certain ages. And although 62 was the norm back in the day, you find more and more people finding themselves having to work beyond 62. That's not my plan. I can't do that. That's not an option, man. That is not an option. So in the efforts of creating something better long term, I don't do bad now, but what's wrong with doing better? That's my plan. So one of the things I posted today was my favorite app, and it's all about taking those steps. Was the what's it called? Robinhood app. It's an investing app where you don't have to worry about paying the fees on top of making your investment choices, right? Got that going. Last year, another thing I got real heavy into was learning how to repair credit and repair credit and also grow credit worth. Increase credit worth in individuals by different strategies and plans and things like that. So I learned something that I'm able to teach, other kids and other people who are interested, people who are already challenged with some of their financial issues from a credit perspective, and how we can help improve that for them. So I got a lot of plans, a lot of things working. I got this real estate venture that I've just kicked off on, and about to get that spinning and going deeper. Something that I've been thinking about doing for a long time, and I finally actually got closer and pulled the trigger to make it more of a reality. So yeah, man, although I know this is a car channel, and you know, I try not to go into the weeds with some of this other stuff. I do want to share with you guys some of the stuff that I'm looking at, because who knows whether this can motivate someone outside of just car stuff. Now, this also drives a lot of the things that I plan on doing car-wise, because it creates resources. It allows me to invest in my brand through my vehicles, and with the ability that hopefully this gets me to a place where I grow this channel, not just through, you know, hate, through envy, but through genuine helping other people, showing something positive, motivating people to do things on their own, show them how they can get it themselves. And that's a lot of the things that I do on the channel car-wise. I show you how I can do most of the stuff to my vehicles myself. And I think that although there are avenues out there for people who are repairing credit, who are seeking real estate options, who are investing and going through investing, brokers and things like that, these are ways that I'm exploring now on how you can do all that stuff yourself. So as I learn, as I go through, I promise to share it with you guys as probably a separate type of episode in conjunction with all the car stuff that we're doing. But stick around for the ride, man. It's gonna be a good one this year. I expect. Last year was dope. I made more money than I've ever made last year in my life, and learned way more than I've ever learned in my life. Got a lot of really good stuff done. I expect this year, I'm looking for double, trying to double it. So that's the plan. Stick along for the journey, come along with, and I'm sure we'll have a great time, man. It's all about being able to get it done. And again, man, ain't nothing average about this hustle. Nothing average about this hustle, man. Nothing average about this hustle. So, man, remember, man, you created from greatness. So don't be average. Peace.